Happy hump day, everybody. What's going on? It's the REKAP Lunch Hour with Guff, me, Ryan McGuffey, here in the REKAP studios. Got to show you this hat. Pretty cool. Look at people looking out for us. My good old friend Shelly taking care of the REKAP Lunch with Guff. I think it's really cool. I wanted to show that off right out of the gate. Chat's already full. I'm just calling this is we need to rename this show the REKAP Therapy Session. I think that's what we need to rename this show. Appreciate you, Shelly. Really cool. The REKAP Lunch with Guff hat. She made a series of them. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. Order.hooters.com. Did that yesterday. Did order.hooters.com. Picked up some wings. Did the old pickup method where you just go stop by the curb, walk in, grab them, and you're good to go. Appreciate you greatly. Order.hooters.com. All right. So the Cubs, yeah, it still is broken and it still looks bad. Yesterday, they continue to struggle offensively. The same cast of characters. Seiya Suzuki looks completely foolish at the plate. PCA can't hit his way out of a paper bag. He's hitting under 100 in August. Threw his bat, flipped his helmet. Kyle Tucker, we saw, he threw his helmet in the dugout. The frustration is finally showing itself. And then you have your manager afterwards. And I tweeted this after the game about, doesn't it just, and of course I was being sarcastic. Don't you just want the optimism? Anyone else ready to run through a wall is what I wrote.
I mean, the optimism is just we've got good hitters, and then we've scored a lot of runs this year, and they've done a lot of damage this year. You know, there's no woe is me here, and like, oh no, this is baseball, and you got to go have a good at bat and go have good at bats.
Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Could you imagine Ozzie Guillen doing that in 2005? I mean, talk about taking on the personality of your manager. All right, let's get to the chat. You guys are barking already. It's time. It's time. I mean, I wanted to play that clip. I didn't know if you had heard it. The Freddie scored runs. What's up, Eric? Pretty obvious that the Cubs are broken right now. Had the bases loaded twice, couldn't score. Left 10 on base. Unacceptable. Better turn this round around or no playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to, almost by default. I mean, looking at the playoff odds, yesterday it was down to 98.8. Today, looking at the playoff odds, the Cubs are 98%. So they slipped a little bit, but they still have the fourth best odds in all of baseball to make the postseason. Oh, my guy, Swayze, I don't want to lose you. Told you yesterday how it would play out, and what do you know? Yeah, I'm now resigned to the fact of this Cubs season being a wash. Eric, looking forward to the Bears on Sunday night. Hopefully first-team offense and defense perform very well. Looking forward to this season. Hopefully good things happen. God, I hope so. I really hope so. Becky, don't put that same lineup out there because it's not working. Change it up. They're optimistic because we scored some runs. Pablo, be home in a week. Can't wait to buy another REKAP shirt. Hope the REKAP fam is having a great week. I want to go to Medellin with Pablo. I don't think Ross was the problem. I don't either. Got a question. Tucker showed frustration yesterday. You think it was more so due to him costing himself hundreds of millions of dollars because of his play? Oh, it's definitely the team's play. Swayze, he's getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. He's not. These guys aren't going up to bat going, oh, that just cost me $11 million. That cost me, no. What up to all the REKAP folks? Godfather, of course, Phil Sims, Swayze, Lip Ripper, etc. I hope he's hurt, because if he's not, then what is this? Thomas, Brewers, Phillies for the NL pennant. Blue Jays, Astros for the AL pennant. Brewers over Blue Jays in the World Series. Guys, I'm not sure if you'd ever hear the end of that in Milwaukee. And you probably shouldn't. Could you imagine if they won the World Series 2 years after Craig Counsell left? There's no way in hell Kelly should be batting cleanup. Cap has said it on the REKAP. 7 at best. Jay saw right through it, pitched around Tucker to get to him. Counsell ain't it right now, man. Shaking my damn head. I don't understand why they don't go down to the minor leagues where Owen Casey hit his 22nd homer yesterday. I don't get it. Bring these guys up. Change it up. Show some desperation. Instead of running out the same, well, they'll get out of it. Yeah, our optimism is we've scored some runs. We've scored a lot of, we have great hitters. Godfather, it's not Counsell's fault, nor was it Ross's fault. This is Ricketts and Hoyer. This team played way over their heads in the first half. Trade deadline, nothing done. I think when you look, though, recently at what's been going on with the Cubs, missed cutoff men, bad running the bit, there's got to be some accountability on your manager. I don't disagree. I'm not trying to take it off of Hoyer. What Jed didn't do at the trade deadline is damning, and that's a fact. They got Soroka at the deadline. We only saw him pitch 2 innings, then he got hurt. He's injury prone. It was bad. Ricketts is setting up for a work stoppage. To hell with the fans. It's funny because they still have 2 World Series left to go this year and next year. Way to rob you. What up, Eric Lipgod? Look, I love when you guys all say hi to each other. Council has no empathy or energy for this team. You saw me. I played the clip. And I'll show here. It's just
whatever the situation is, and keep grinding through them, and swinging at the right. It starts.
Blah 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 blah. Man, flip a table over. Show some damn signs of life. Oh, the optimism is we got good hitters. No, you don't. Since June? No, you don't. Thomas, Becky, how would they change the lineup? They all suck right now, and I doubt switching the order will do anything unless they call up their prize prospects. If you didn't watch the recap last night, a lot of you have, 11,000 and ongoing, make sure you watch it because Cap is saying the same damn thing. You can't trade these guys because they're so untradeable, and you're letting them rot in Iowa while your team continues to show lifelessness on the field every single night. Godfather, Becky, you can't blame the manager. I learned my lesson. I used to blame Madden, Ross. It's the owner and Hoyer. Who knows what Carter Hawkins does? I think it's fair, Godfather. You got to start at the top. But some of the stuff on the field, I want to see my manager after the game going, you know what? We're not doing anything right now. Yes, have we done great things this year? You're damn right we have. But lately, I don't want to hear about April, May, and June. I want to hear about what's been happening. And this team ain't hitting. And we got to fix it. If he did something like that, then I'm like, okay, maybe it's time. But the optimism is, fucking God. Becky says PCA needs to go to Iowa. I don't know if that sounds pretty extreme to me when you got some guys on your team that have a better case of that right now. Bring it back. Yeah, you can bring up Moises, Casey, whatever. Pick your poison. Happy hump day, Kyle. Aerosmith said it best about the Cubs. Same old story, same old song and dance. Well done. Swayze now watch these fools Phil Wrigley to the rafters this weekend. That's the reason why they feel they can take their time and play around because they ain't going to lose a damn dime. It's fair. This is the 2022 Cubs all over again, says Becky. First the mumbo jumbo at the winter meetings, then at Cubs convention, then at the deadline. Not telling anyone how to fan. Just open your eyes to see what he's doing. Lake Trout. It's officially hockey season now for me. Hawks will still suck, but the kids are going to play. Expect big things from Bedard, Rinzel, Nazar, and more. It'll be fun to see where they fit in. I like that we as a group this week are literally saying, thank God for the Bears, Hawks. I mean, I don't know about Hawks and Bulls, to be honest with you. There's not a lot there. The Hawks certainly have a better upside. Gavin McKenna would look good in red. Kyle, 670, the score said, bring up the young kids that were untouchable at the trade deadline. At this point, why not? Try something different when what you're doing isn't working. Hey, Kyle, who gives a shit what 670 the score said, my friend? We've been saying it right here on this show. Caps have been saying it on ESP 1000. And most importantly, we've been saying it here at the recap. I mean, it took 2 weeks to say untouchable. Come on, get these guys up here now. Ballesteros got the clutch hit in Milwaukee with the bases loaded. 3-run double. Yeah, Cap, again, last night said it. He was good enough to take the bases loaded at bat then. Why not now? When you had multiple at-bats in Toronto last night with that same opportunity, and your damn glue guys aren't sticking right now because they're not very good, and your manager just, well, the optimism is we scored a lot of runs. I just keep thinking about this town having the managers come through here. Ozzie, Lou Piniella, Joe Madden. Remember when Lou Piniella was like, Lou Piniella had nothing to say because he's like, I got a reliever throwing 40-foot curveballs and guys swinging out of their shoes. At least he acknowledged it. Maybe have some accountability. Godfather says, I wish I could go back to the future to 2032 to see that the team is still not in the playoffs. Godfather, per usual, my friend, you just keep on keeping on because that is a damn good comment. It'll be another 90 years before another World Series, Becky. Well, unfortunately for all of us in this chat, we won't be around to see it unless there's some insane cure that we don't know about or incredible fix for modern medicine.
I'll be around.
I'm with Cap. The two of us, we're unicorns. So 90 years from now, Becky, I'll still be doing this show. We can talk about October 21st, 2024, when this great show started. And we'll talk about the World Series run that finally happened. Kyle, seeing the Hawks improve this season with a competent coach unlike what they had last year. Blashill developed some good players while in Detroit. Look at the Hawks comments coming at us. I know shit's going wrong if we're talking multiple people are talking Blackhawks. And that's not a dig at the Hawks. It's a dig at everybody else that this town's so embarrassing that we have to keep kicking the can down the road, regardless of team, regardless of sport. This channel started 3 years ago. We haven't had a playoff team yet. And here we are. Man, what would that look like, Cap? Whew. My goodness. Brewers clipped Paul Skeens last night. I don't think they clipped him. They crushed him. What in the hell's bathroom is going on up there? I was all over the Paul Skeens under last night. Right? I gave it to you guys here on the recap lunch hour. 32 strikeouts in the 10-game winning streak for the Brewers. They've only struck out 32 times to opposing starting pitchers. Well, make that 36 times in 11 games. Because Paul Skeens under paid off. So finally, we're going to get to the bet of the day here quicker than usual because I'm playing a White Sox bet. Kyle not expecting a big jump, bet a step up for Chicago, go Blackhawks. Swayze, I think they're cheating or on steroids. Come on, guys. You got to give credit where credit's due. The Brewers are playing at a next level. And then freaking Andrew Vaughn hits another 3-run homer last night. It's unbelievable. Now, Bob Nightingale believes that he's top 10 NL MVP voting right now. I mean, I don't know if it's quite CC Sabathia from 2008 quite yet. It's starting to get close to me. They will be just as bad like the 07 Hawks right now, but it'll be a big year for the young guys pretty much learning the system and finding their groove. A lot of Hawk talk. No doubt McKenna would look awesome in the Hawk sweater. So would Celebrini and Schaefer. Look at you guys in your Hawks talk. Man, oh man. Typical Chicago ownership, hockey, basketball, football, baseball, big market BS. Tear it down, takes 7 to 8 years to build it up maybe. Think the team loved Ross better than Council? I think sometimes managers get too much credit. They don't get enough credit. This guy's the highest paid manager in the history of the game. So you got to wear that contract. Well, the positives are we scored a lot of runs. And what? Jesus. Probably going to be a lotto team, but we should start to see good things from the core, hopefully. Pablo, you are missed here, my friend. Glad you keep chiming in on vacation, much like the host of this great show. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, Kyle. You guys are the best. Cohort, football season can't get here quick enough. Thank God it's actually here. We'll see the Bears on Sunday night. If we're lucky, it'll only be 7 to 8 years. Bears should have sold nostalgia for 40-plus years, and fans still buy into it. Yep. 100%. You guys are ready for Illinois football. Kyle's ready. A lot of people think Illinois will be this year's Indiana. There's a lot of belief in the University of Illinois. I'm going to look at the top 25. Illinois ranked 12th. Pretty damn high. Pretty damn high. By the way, speaking of which, where's Indiana? Are they in the top 25? Or are they? Let's take a look. Indiana's 20. It's fun to, by the way, to look at a top 25 and see Illinois, Indiana. I think it's fun. I think it's awesome. I can't wait. How about Penn State? Or not Penn State. Ohio State and Texas. Number 1 versus number 3 to kick off the season. It's the first time number 1 ever. Preseason number 1 is an underdog in week 1. Pretty crazy. Ross took the team and missed the playoffs by a game. Hey, I actually give kudos to Jed Hoyer. If you have that much conviction to go out and say, we can go get that manager right now, and you believe it and you go get it, I actually give you a hat tip on that one. But then you don't supplement and fix the roster in mid-season at the same time. They don't match up. 22 days until the regular season starts for NFL. Who has the most believable over-under projection? Oh, boy. I haven't seen. You know what? I'm with Cap on this one. I love the Dolphins under. Let me take a look at where the Dolphins are. I feel like they'll probably be right around 7.5, which if they are, I don't like betting futures because it's just too boring for me. Like to wait all year for a minus 110 payout. It's just boring. The Miami Dolphins are 8.5. I like the under 8.5 in Miami. So I don't know what most believable over under is. Like I would say that's the most the under is minus 190. So a lot of people feel the same way as I do. The Minnesota Vikings 8.5, very low. That's a very low total there. And the Detroit Lions, I think the Lions win like 11 games. Of course, 10.5, the under there. So not a lot of belief in the Cowboys at 7.5. I think the Bengals come back this year. 9.5. Kyle, would you believe the dark horse? Who do you believe the dark horse could be to make the college football playoffs? No, it's early, but who do you think? There's like, I would have never seen Indiana last year coming. I don't know who like the Indiana of this year. If Illinois is preseason top 12, are they a dark horse to make the college football playoffs? I can't say yes. If you're preseason top 12, you're not a dark horse. It's going to have to come from somebody outside the top 25 right now. And honestly, I don't know who that is without studying the schedules a little bit more. I'd have to look at who's got an opportunity like Indiana did last year. Let me look into that more because I absolutely love college football. And I absolutely love Hooters, which is the proud partner of this fine program and the recap. Ordered.hooters.com, something the McGuffies did last night. I did it actually right over here in the recap office for my son. OriginalHooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. We will have news coming soon about the dates of our shows and where they'll be coming up. Of course, 11 to 3 every day, the $9.99 lunch specials, the OG wings, the boneless wings, the burger, those $14.99 crab legs still available this month. Long-legged Long Island iced tea, bless you, Cap, is $8 all month. Long-legged Long Island iced tea. I always say it 10 times fast. Careful, load it up. Be like Jay True. Make sure you're getting a ride to and from. And then the Big Daddy mugs. Cap's over here sneezing like a madman. Yeah. Big Daddy mugs, Oktoberfest, Dos Equis, Michelob Ultra. It's all there for you. Appreciate Hooters. Proud partners of this fine program. Swayze. It's become obvious that Ricketts, the Cubs front office and council are all in on this BS. Jed got an unwarranted extension. Council $40 million. Not showing urgency. Sad state. Godfather. Hey, I just remembered Rickettsville is getting the All-Star game. Whoop-de-doo. King Tom can show off his kingdom. I don't think Tuck is coming back next year. Hello, progressively independent. Bird Dog. That's it. I'm betting on the Brewers today. Maybe that'll end their winning streak. This madness has to stop sometime. Isaiah's chiming in. Brew Crew, baby. There's been a little bit more Milwaukee fans coming in here on a daily basis, and I want them. I want all the opposing fan bases a part of this program. I really do. Becky, don't kick Isaiah out. Let him have his time. When you were cheering for Oklahoma City, we were betting against you. We let you every day embrace your stuff. Come on now, Becky. We need you. Steve, Cubs will make the playoffs or they won't. Life is still great. Steve, that's pretty damn good perspective, my friend. Pretty good perspective. Arnie, Hoyer equates to mediocrity. Reports to bean counter Kenny Crane. Theo reported directly to Ricketts. Fire this clown. I'm telling you, Arnie, that's not accurate. I understand why you're upset, but that's not accurate. He doesn't report to Kenny Crane. Crane Kenny is who you mean. But I'm just being honest. I want to get the bet of the day in quick because the White Sox play at the top of the hour. So if you're going to bet the bet of the day, let's get that in. It's nice to put the shades on. I feel pretty proud of the bet yesterday. Paul Skeen's under 6.5 was plus 115. Gave out a plus winner yesterday. That's good. Always good. I'm going to do 2 different plays here. We're going to ladder Shane Smith. Shane Smith coming off 6 days rest. Going against the Tigers, throwing a full bullpen game today. Shane Smith's been darn good ever since the All-Star break. I did a little homework on Shane Smith. I'm projecting him in the 75 to 80 pitch range today. I think he's on a pitch count. They're not publicly saying it. He will go over 100 innings today when he hits 4 innings. But he has been really good of late. 8 strikeouts his last outing. Every time I bet against Shane Smith, it bites me in the ass. So today I'm riding him. We're going to do 5 strikeouts at minus 150 and 6 strikeouts at plus 140. We're counting them as 2 bets. Counting them as 2 separate bets. We either go 0-2, 1-1, or 2-0. Shane Smith to strike out 5 and 6. 2 separate bets. Minus 150, plus 140. Try to get ourselves a winning week. We would clinch ourselves a worst case, a 500 week with a pair of wins here. So Shane Smith, Detroit offensively, guys, not looked very good in this series. They have not been very good of late. They've been kind of When you look at best records in baseball since, let's say, June 1, I don't think the Tigers are up there. The best records in baseball since June 1, we of course know it's the Brewers. The Tigers are 16th. The Tigers since June 1st are 31-31. They're 500 club. So our tunnel vision of watching only the Cubs matters, but other first place teams are struggling, guys. They are. The Tigers, the problem with being so good and having a crappy division is that you kind of get complacent at times. So I'm going Shane Smith to have a nice day against the Tigers. Joe, what do you think about Martin Perez being back with the Sox? I love it. I love the signing originally because they need a veteran arm. What I like about Martin Perez is that he can save some of the young arms down the stretch, meaning you can lean, and I know he is coming off of injury, but you can lean on him a lot more. He does have a club option for next year. I don't think they'll pick it up because it's for $10 million, I believe, but I could see them renegotiating a deal to bring him back. They need vets. Martin Perez did a podcast with Chuck Garfien. I saw it this morning, saying he believes the White Sox are a contender next year. If they spend money, I can buy that. What's up, Clyde? What a game by our White Sox last night. Colson Montgomery, while we're talking bad about the Cubs stars, at least in the interim, in the short term, Colson Montgomery looks like he could be a star. I said this last night because I've had such PTSD from bad White Sox failed prospects. Who's the last guy that's been highly ranked as a prospect to come out here and have this type of performance? A lot of people are saying Abreu. It's not Jose Abreu. Jose Abreu is 26. He was an international free agent. He was never in the top 100 pipeline. He came straight to the big leagues. Can't count him. Luis Robert, I think Sean Anderson from CHGO tweeted me Robert's first 32 games. They look a lot like, or first 36 games. They look a lot like Colson Montgomery. So maybe we give them that. Eloy won a Silver Slugger and hit 31 homers his first year. And then Gordon Beckham was another great answer. Gordon Beckham's best year was his rookie year. I'll never forget that game-winning double he had against the Cubs in his first crosstown. So really good stuff. Big comment coming in here from look at Coert. Sorry, guys, I'm jumping around. But when Coert drops $20 into the chat, we got to acknowledge my man. Tom Ricketts will be Major League Baseball's version of Jerry Jones, except the fact that he hides and doesn't want to spend money, even though everyone is talking about your team. Can we call Lou and Dusty to show Craig how to spark the team? Wow. That, my friend, is a $20 comment. That is a $20 comment. I've never heard of Tom Ricketts being compared to Jerry Jones, but that is interesting. You keep your team relevant by staying in mediocrity. Now, Jerry Jones is a lot more out there than Tom Ricketts is in terms of he's the GM of the team as well. But that's interesting. Coert, I appreciate you. Absolutely appreciate you. Was Frank Thomas impactful in his first year? Of course he was. He was fantastic. He came up in August, though, of 1990. Not this early in the year. And then Frank went on to become the greatest player in the history of the organization. Jess, as a Steelers fan, I can confirm it's a good environment. Chicago, or Godfather. Bullpen games, baseball has sunk to a new low. Through your whole system, you can't have 6 starters. It is frustrating. Cap's getting some bless yous in the chat, which is hilarious. Dan, we've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. I like that. Craig Counsell reminds me of Ned Flanders' parents. Jay, can we get Cap to jump ship and become a Brewers fan? Then they will lose. Mush. That would be a no shot. I can tell you right now that you are never getting Cap in a Brewers shirt unless he loses some type of bet that I'm not sure he's willing to make.
I'd probably just become an Uber
He said he'd probably just become an Uber driver. As the great Jack Brickhouse once said, any team can have a bad century. Too bad we already did this once. Becky, Council's a clown. Sam, hey, Guff, don't know if he'll even make the team, but loved watching Ja'Day Walker on Texas A&M and now the Bears.
By the way, does your massive audience know what 4 years ago today was?
Does my massive audience know what 4 years ago today was? The day after the White Sox hit a walk-off in the Field of Dreams game? No, it was 4 years ago yesterday. It was. Come on, Cap's trying to tell me Tim Anderson had a walk-off 4 years ago today. I believe that was 4 years ago yesterday. Which, ironically, I'm being dead serious about this. The best moment of the first White Sox rebuild was a walk-off home run by Tim Anderson in Dyersville, Iowa. That is a fact. I thought that home run Tim Anderson hit on national television in that environment was going to catapult the White Sox into 5 years of just being the team that's talked about. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. LC, there was a comment made this morning that is concerning. Some feel the players that lied to by the Cubs front office have lost respect for the men up top. Could that fact affect players coming here? Some feel the players feel lied to by the Cubs front office. Maybe they feel like there was going to be acquisitions made that weren't made, and that could happen. I don't think it affects players coming here because at the end of the day, the Cubs do have top-notch facilities. Wrigley Field's full every day, and at the end, it's always coming down to money. So if you pay, they'll play. My guy, Rick, you're working, flipping 7:56 in the morning. My guy's in Hawaii watching it. I love it. I love it. A couple more here before we wrap things up. Isaiah, meanwhile, Milwaukee's fourth starter, has 11 wins on the year, just unbelievable pitching. Isaiah's feeling himself right now a little bit, and that's okay. You should. When you're 31 games over 500 and the team, your main rival, 90 miles below, that you guys have a complex about, steals your manager, I would be tasting myself a little bit too. And by the way, Milwaukee, you do have a complex for Chicago. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not sorry about that. Yesterday was the anniversary of when David Bodie hit the slam. Yeah, we talked about that here in the office. So the Bodie slam and the Tim Anderson walk-off are on the same day. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You know what else is really cool? There's one fantasy football app that allows you to make in-game real substitutions. That's right. Real in-game substitutions. Your receiver has one catch for 14 yards at the half, and you're going, what the hell is going on? I need a wide receiver 3. Well, you have one sitting on your bench. Just put him in the game. You can do that at Renegade Fantasy. Can't do it anywhere else. Unlike anything you've ever seen before, recap.renegadefantasy.com is your home for the Recap League in Renegade, and you can join our league. If you join, it's free to play. Download the app at the App Store. You can do it two ways, recap.renegadefantasy.com, or go to the App Store, click Join a Public League, and find the Recap, REKAP, and join the league. It's free to play. Whoever the last person standing here is at the end of the year, though, you're taking home $5,000. And I'm talking it's real cash. It's not fantasy bucks. It's not vouchers. You're not winning. No, it's not a gift card. It's $5,000. Make the change. Join Renegade Fantasy. Join our league at the Recap. Play against me. Get a free bye week to play against Cap, because anytime you're playing against Cap, there's a 90% chance he forgets to put his lineup in. Luckily for him, there's an actual app that allows him to make in-game substitutions. So when he forgets to do so, he can actually put the guy that's not in a bye week.
Call Guff the human ATM.
Yep.
Free money.
Yeah. I'm going to go. I know what Cap finished in his fantasy leagues last year. Tell me, what did you finish last year in your family league, Cap?
They screwed me over.
Oh, they screwed me over. There it is. They screwed me over. Well, this is a place that can't screw you over, because if you got screwed over, make the change in game. There's no place like it. Renegade Fantasy, recap.renegadefantasy.com. Join our league. I can see, because this is going to be fun all year. We get to talk trash to that guy, and there's nothing like it. Isaiah, which is crazy. Dan Kelly, we got it for free. Oh, so wait, Dan said something. No way you don't listen to the Rizzo podcast with Johnny Manziel and think that's not exactly what the players feel right now. Front office killed team morale. That is a really good podcast. I did listen to it. Johnny Manziel needs to, he'll work on becoming a better interviewer. I'd like it to be a little less scripted, but when you're just getting into it, I get it. This is going exactly the way they want. Be competitive, while staying below the luxury tax. but not winning justifying not spending money. Swayze's in the league. He's ready. Let's effing go. I love it. Really good session, Guff and crew. Let's do it again tomorrow. Take that. The Manziel podcast is why I mentioned the comment. Love it, love it, love it. Appreciate you guys greatly. Get a win. I mean, or not. I don't know what to think. I just think every day we do this now, it's therapy. Sox starting up here in 10 minutes. There's the bet of the day. Shane Smith, 5 strikeouts. Shane Smith, 6 strikeouts. Let's stack some wins here and get going and start building momentum to the football season where we start fresh, clean slate, and our year-to-date goes back to 0-0. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We appreciate you greatly on this channel. We'll have recaps all day long. We'll have the White Sox recap after this afternoon's game against the Tigers. We'll have a recap rush hour, and we'll have the Cubs and Blue Jays recap later tonight here on the channel. For everyone at the recap, we appreciate you greatly, and we appreciate our partner, Hooters, originalhooters.com. Go to one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you, order.hooters.com to have it delivered straight to your office, straight to your house, wherever you want. It's there for you. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather. Find a way to win a baseball game. Both teams. Let's go. See you tomorrow.